It is exactly what you might think it is. It's the same shape as a standard Super Nintendo cartridge. Have a look at the back. Super Retro Advance adapter. And actually standard Phillips head screwdrivers. So you can actually take this thing apart if you need to make any technical adjustments or changes. You don't actually put this straight into your Super Nintendo and turn the SNES on. You actually use the SNES as a sort of power supply. This thing runs off the electricity supply of the Super Nintendo, the power of the Super Nintendo, Nintendo power. So here we have the Super Nintendo. I now take the Retro Advance adapter. As you can see, I've plugged in the AC power supply behind my TV. It fits in like a regular cartridge. We're now going to take a Game Boy Advance game. In this case, we're going to use Wario Land 4. We're just going to pop it in like so. That goes on the top, and now it looks like a regular cartridge. So we are almost ready to go. The only thing left is to turn it on. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This is Wario Land 4 being played on a full screen HD television via the Super Retro Advance adapter. Playing a bit of Palm Tree Panic for you guys, I believe, or Paradise City Panic, whatever this level's called. This is the first level. The fucking soundtrack is phenomenal. Playing as the overweight, greedy Mario counterpart, Wario. And the fact that I'm getting to control Wario with a Super Nintendo controller is just so freaking awesome. Like, I would highly recommend this. As some of you guys may know, sorry to hark on, just in case there is anyone who didn't know, there is such a thing before this that came out known as the Game Boy Player, which came out for the Nintendo GameCube. You may be familiar with it, some of you may own one, but they are a bitch to find and a bitch to get. Like, the CDs alone will set you back quite a pretty penny. So I recommend if you have a Super Nintendo, or even if you're in the market for Game Boy games, and you just enjoy playing Game Boy Advance games, it's so much more fun to just get a Retro Advance adapter and a Super Nintendo, or even a third-party Super Nintendo like the Retron series. This was originally designed to be with the Retron. It works a hell of a lot better with the Retron system, which is more HD compatible and just generally user-friendly, but this works perfectly well with the original Super Nintendo. Holy crap, we are going melee with this thing. We are going balls to the walls and nuts here. But yeah, guys, that's the general gameplay for Wario. I think I'll show you some more games quickly. We are now playing Crash Bandicoot XS. Love me some platformers, as you guys know, it's one of my favourite genres. And this is Justin Slime. This is a sewer-based level. I'm playing this on the 2D plane. Again, as I said, the GBA buttons that are mapped like A and B, you'll mostly be using those anyway. But it's really weird playing these games on a SNES controller. It handles really well. And the graphical upgrades and actually stretches the screen slightly. It actually improves the audio to some extent. I've noticed there are sections where the music would normally be played, and it actually just bypasses the compression and actually plays really well. It's almost like this game, it's a 16-bit game or so, and it plays just like a 32-bit game, if not slightly better, maybe even 64. I was never a aficionado when it came to the bits. Just destroying stuff now. I don't really know what to say, my commentary is not really that good today. Sonic Advance 2. I actually own the entire Advance series, all three of them, 1, 2, and 3. Well, the first one was just called Sonic Advance. It was actually a port that my friend actually gave me as a birthday present when I was younger. I think I was about 14 or 15 at the time, and he gave it to me as a birthday present, which was pretty cool. I think he had 2 versions of the game, just speeding up as Sonic. So far, all I've shown you guys is platformers. I do apologise, but as I said, I do love me some platformers, and I love that you can speed through these levels. A bit more tactical than the original Sonic games, and I think I kind of prefer them to the originals. Definitely better than Sonic Boom. No offense, but Sonic Boom was the shits, it really was. Like, if you've ever played it or seen it, holy crap, we just went off screen there, we're just going mental, we're just going like Wario, we're going balls to the walls. This game just shows you, they're not messing around, you're not controlling Mario. You're not controlling a fat Italian plumber, you are controlling the Blue Blazer himself, the Blue Hedgehog, the iconic Sonic. And you will die. And you will prove yourself. I don't know. Oh well. Yeah, I just need to get momentum. But it still has that kind of hold right and you win mentality, which I love. I love that simplicity in the game. Hold right and you pretty much win, and there we go. Was not long at all. And I think I'll finish this by showing off something other than platformers, and that is Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 for the GBA, the Game Boy Advance, as you guys already figured this out, for the Game Boy Advance. I don't think it's as good as its console counterparts for, say, the PlayStation 2 or the Xbox or whatnot. Even the original PlayStation, hell, even the N64 version is probably better than this. But obviously, because it's that bird's eye panoramic kind of view, and I don't like it. But it's not terrible, you know. You can pretty much see where you're going. Oh, I missed the Hawk symbol there. Come back around for that. It's weird pressing B to jump. I mean, on the PlayStation controller, it is technically the X button, which is where the B is, so the mapping is not an issue. I have trust issues with controllers. Each one handles differently. It's not good for me. Holy crap. So guys, this was the Super Retro Advance adapter. Hopefully you enjoyed that little showcase there of games just to show you guys and actually test it, more so than I did with the Passport for the N64. I highly recommend this over the Game Boy Player if you don't already have one, because it's a cheaper alternative. Plus with shipping, it doesn't actually cost that much. I got this from the States, even though Retro Towers, the guys that came up with it or worked closely with the company that did, actually sell it in the UK, but I couldn't actually get hold of one. They were sold out. But there's some still available on Amazon, so I recommend checking there if you haven't already got one. As I said, or if I didn't say, it has an AV outlet cable, but it also has a link cable on this side, so you can actually hook up with another Game Boy and trade Pokemon if you're playing a Pokemon game, or interact with the Chows and the Sonic Advance games. There's so much you can do with it, and it's really user-friendly. If you are a Game Boy Advance enthusiast like myself, you have a small little subtle collection, but you really want to play them on your TV using a SNES controller instead of the handheld option, I can recommend this to anyone. And I really love this thing, and it was worth the 10-day wait to get it shipped over. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed. I've been Heracross Gaming, and I'll see all of you in the next one.